So hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at this Focke-Wulf TA-154 from Revell and 148 scale. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, my PayPal is in the description. So here's the instruction sheet. We have information on it in German and English. Let's get started on this. All this information from Revell. Here's our chart. So here's our color chart. I usually don't go by that because most of the time they're wrong anyways. Or they want you to do all these weird mixes. There's better ways to get a good match for it though. Here's a sprues. 7 sprues. This should be clear. You start on the cockpit. Here the middle console. The arm. And some other stuff here. And painting instructions for the side arm things. And here's our instrument panel. The control stick and these two down there. The pedals. Then we got these back pieces and the seats. We got a pre-assembly here for this. And this piece that goes in the inside. Looks like a gun pod or something, but I'm not sure. Might be also a camera pod or something like that. And you put the cockpit in, put the two sides of the fuselage together. And you got this here on the side too. And here we got a horizontal, looks like. The rudder in the back. Horizontal stabilizers. And then here we build the engines. We got the cowling. Here's the engine part. It looks pretty simple, not very detailed. Exhaust here, I guess. Putting the engine nacelles together with this piece for the landing gear. Putting our two pre-assemblies there together. We build the landing gear, we build the propellers. No, this is the rear main landing gear. Left side and right side. Putting the wings together. The other side of the wing, we put our pre-assembly engine and landing gear into there. Then we have these rockets and stuff we can put on. Same thing for the other side. Then here's the nose gear here. Putting that together. Nose cone. And you have these parts here that go on the top. In the cockpit. And all that. And you have, it looks like a tail skid and some other parts that goes in the back. Antennas, sleep antennas and stuff. And here we put the wings on. Put these on the top there. The pivot tube. And there are antennas in the front. Looks like there's one marking for it. Focke-Wulf TA-154 AO. That's a Prorunksträger, so it's like a test aircraft for Fug 220 Liechtenstein. Hanover, Langenhagen, 1944. Here's the decal sheet. There's some stencils here, and these lines, and more stencils. And then we got our tail numbers and our crosses. Pretty clear. Not a lot to it really. So here on sprue A, we have our fuselage halves, the cockpit pieces. Here's the side panels too, and the instrument panel. Part of the landing gear. One of the wheels, the nose cone, landing gear bay doors. It looks like has some decent engraved detail. And the cockpit floor is pretty bare, but that's usually like that on almost every model. There's a little detail here on the inside. I always recommend those interior kits from Edward for models. They add a lot to it. Yeah, you got your things back here where you can add cables if you want. I did that before on the one AR-80. The wheel looks decent, but it's not weighted. So here on sprue B we have wings and a couple other little pieces here. There. It's mostly just the wings here. Also good engraved detail. Here we have a Sprues C. We have a rudder. These front pieces, I guess where the cannons go. Looks like a cannon port there. Parts of the landing gear. An engine nacelles. Well, that's not the engine nacelles, that's, well, I guess where the wheels go. The engine. Bare inside. These look good though. But it's really thin there. That causes them to break. In bigger aircraft, I like to use the metal ones. That's good. So for this there are two. And this is 4 sprues together. I guess all the repetitive parts. Horizontal stabilizers. And here's the engine pieces. See, the engine is not so great. I don't like that very much. Wheels. And the rear landing gear. Could get into the rockets. The landing gear looks pretty decent though. I mean, all these parts do, but this is a little, I don't know. Seems like there's something missing there. Exhaust here, which looks pretty decent. Of course, the ones from, you can get better ones though. There's a seat, that looks pretty good. The cushion looks good there. Here's our clear parts. Good frames, it looks like. They're really clear too. Guess this is part of the body here. So we got just the window up here, and then the rest is supposed to be painted the body color. We have a sight and a light, a wing light. Too bad they don't put the wingtip lights on there too. Just the landing light. So I think this model kit looks pretty decent. It could use a little bit more detail on the inside and the wheelbase. That's usually the two parts that fail the most. The two places that fail the most on model kits is the wheelbase and the interior. I guess companies don't put a lot of attention there. But like the exhaust, I like those ones from Quick Boost. Quick Boost makes a lot of good parts. Can't say there's ones for this one. And the Edward interior, I think a lot of the stuff isn't necessary, like the external, but the interior, that's really good. And a lot of times they also have like wheelbase detail. I think it'll still build into a nice looking aircraft. So thanks for watching. Next time we'll be taking a look at this Scud B launcher from Dragon, 135 scale. It's going to be a big kit. Probably going to take a while to do. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, my PayPal is in the description. And until next time, bye.